I didn't want to believe it was true, but I think my boyfriend has been taking my toothbrush and doing heinous things with it whenever I piss him off as a way to get back at me. Posted by you/Thrower Beautiful Glow. This is probably the weirdest and most disgusting thing I've ever typed, but I think I'm slowly realizing that my 22F boyfriend, 28M, has been doing something really messed up. We've been together for about a year and a half. He's always been a little passive-aggressive when he's upset. He won't talk things through, he just gets quiet or moody and gives me the silent treatment, or accuses me of trying to continue arguments when I'm actually trying to hash things out until the conversation ends. He loves to reset and act like an issue or disagreement never happened. Anyway, a few months ago, I started noticing my toothbrush was being moved. It's electronic, and it would be off the charger on its side, or the whole thing would be scooted back or forward. I thought it was just getting knocked around because our countertop is small. Eventually, I started noticing that it would be wet in the middle of the day or at other times when I hadn't recently brushed my teeth. One time, I noticed something on it, like it had been used to clean grout. That's when I started keeping a small spare toothbrush hidden in my makeup bag, which was never moved or messed with. Here's the part that really makes me feel sick. I finally confronted him after struggling to come to terms with the reality that someone might be this disgusting. I said something straightforward along the lines of, "Are you doing something to my toothbrush when you're mad at me?" And he just laughed and said, "You're crazy," then refused to talk about it further. I don't even know how to process that. Like, what? I haven't seen him do it, so I don't have proof. But I know something's up. I feel crazy, but my gut is screaming at me that this is real and that he is getting back at me by putting my toothbrush in the toilet or doing something else gross. I haven't told anyone because it's honestly humiliating and disgusting. But I feel trapped between thinking I'm paranoid and realizing I might be with someone who would literally put my toothbrush in the toilet to get back at me. What do I even do? Top/relevant comments. Commenter. The passive aggressiveness would already be breakup worthy to me in a year and a half old relationship. The fact that there's even a shadow of a doubt in your mind that he's capable of doing something this awful and disgusting would make me run for the hills. There are better guys out there, I promise. And being alone is a million times better than being with someone who'd tamper with your stuff. Ops response. You're right. I could definitely imagine it because he is petty and has done similar things, like purposely leaving my food out to spoil and then returning it to the fridge because he was angry that I didn't feel like cooking and got delivery instead. He seems to get off on silently one-upping me, but all I want to do is talk things through because I have known him a very long time and care about him. Commenter 2. Purposely leaving my food out to spoil and then returning it to the fridge because he was angry. Please recognize that he's risking your health by doing stuff like this. You could get food poisoning and have to go to the ER, which would give you a bill and cause you to miss work. If he's messing with your toothbrush, heaven knows what he's doing with it and what bacteria are being introduced into your body. This guy is nasty. This is beyond passive-aggressive. This is sabotage. These are intentional hostile acts. This is breakup and ghost him worthy. Ops response. I know, the worst part is that particular punishment started after I confided that I have food anxiety and am very anxious about gross stuff when it comes to that. It happened more than once before I broke down, and he told me he didn't realize it would actually hurt me, just tick me off enough to stop wasting money. I don't know why I stayed with him. I definitely have my own stuff to work through. But now I'm in a state with no family because we moved to be closer to his daughter, and I'm spiraling. Commenter 3. Girl, what is he actually contributing to your life besides humiliation, pain, and stress? Dude's almost 30, and instead of being an adult, he's messing with your stuff. Please don't waste any more of your life on this child. Ops response. I care a lot about his kid and help take care of her, and I thought we had a beautiful friendship for years before getting together. Commenter 4. You're 22. You're far too young to be looking after someone else's kid and their father, who is acting like a kid. In my opinion, not worth the stress. Ops response. I agree, there is a lot of pressure from my family and his to continue being a caregiver for her because the situation is difficult. I don't really have a home to go back to since they support him and want me to stay in this relationship. Commenter 5. I think you need to start making your exit plans. Get your finances in order. I hope you have a separate bank account that no one else has access to. Do you have a full-time job? Do you have friends you could stay with for a few months while you look for a place of your own? It seems like your family and his have basically groomed you to step in as a mother to this kid. Where is her actual mother? Ops response. I have been stowing away money over time, but I don't work. I stay home and basically take care of the house because the only thing I have experience in is serving and bartending, and both of those are a hard no for him. Most of my friends at this point are his friends, but I could maybe try some friends back home. Her actual mother was really young when she had her baby and moved back in with her parents. She has visits but doesn't take care of her on her own. Commenter 6. Those are a hard no for him? Girl, the more I read your comments, the more it sounds like you're stuck in a prison? Yes, please reconnect with your friends back home. And please put a password he doesn't know on your phone so he can't see your messages. And please be on birth control. You do not want to get pregnant, because then you'll truly be stuck with him. Ops response. Too much male attention. I think I've known I am trapped for a while but didn't want to acknowledge it because I'm scared and feel isolated, and in my upbringing, I was always taught to be humble and subservient towards the men in my life, strict evangelical family. It's like it all broke at once, and this stupid crap was the tipping point. He's already messed with my birth control before, to the point where I went back on the depot shot without telling him. Sorry for ranting, and thank you for the advice. Commenter 7. I have questions, for clarity. How old was the mother of the child when they had their daughter? How old is the kid now? How many years ago did you start the beautiful friendship? How did you meet? What is your relationship like with your family, otherwise? These could be important things. Something feels off to me about this situation. Ops response. She was 17, and the child is about to turn 8. He and I met during my senior year of high school after I reached out to him about a babysitting position he had posted. I think we had mutual friends before because his stuff had been on my feed for a long time. My relationship with my family is pretty awful. I spent my whole life taking care of my younger siblings and was discouraged from leaving to figure myself out. Now that I have left, they act like I have no place there unless I bring him and the kid along. Update 2 days later. When I wrote that first post, I felt sick, confused, and honestly ashamed. I didn't think anyone would even read it, let alone respond. But I did get responses, a lot of them. And something about that, being seen in a situation I've been quietly drowning in, shifted something in me. I didn't give him another chance because I still couldn't believe what was happening. I gave him one because part of me still wanted him to redeem himself. I wanted him to see how scared I was, how small he made me feel, and do something decent for once. After that first night I posted here, I thought maybe if I brought it up again, calmly, and gave him a real opening to be honest, he might finally do the right thing. Instead, he doubled down. This time, he implied it might be his daughter, an 8-year-old girl. He shrugged and said, "Kids do weird stuff like that, maybe she's been playing a trick on you." And when I tried to bring up how unsafe and confused I felt for months, how he used to leave my food out on purpose when he was mad, how he pushed me to drop both work and school, how isolated and anxious I'd become, he brushed it all off. Said they were just normal relationship disagreements that could have been worked through if I communicated better. It was so dismissive it actually stunned me. I realized, in that moment, that nothing I said would ever matter to him, and never had. So I dropped it. I smiled. I pretended to believe him. I told him it was probably all just in my head. I didn't expect anyone to respond when I reached out. I've been so cut off from everything. But one of them did pretty much immediately, like she was waiting to hear from me again. She told me I could crash on her couch for a few weeks while I find a job back in my home state. Probably bartending or waitressing again, I don't care. I just need it out. She waited for me at a restaurant nearby. All I had to do was text her the second he left to drop his daughter off with her mom. The moment that door closed behind him, I grabbed everything I could carry, just a couple bags, and left all the big stuff behind without even looking back. It took 6 hours to get back home. But I'm here now. I'm safe. My body already feels different. Of course, I've already gotten texts, his daughter's mom, her family, asking where I've gone and begging me to come back or saying the kid will miss me, that I was so good with her and they need help. And yeah, I will miss her too. I really will. She didn't ask for any of this. I'm not doing this for anyone else anymore. I'm doing this for me. For the version of me who used to have friends, who used to go out, and had a whole future planned. Thanks to everyone who commented and who reminded me that being scared in your own home isn't normal. You all helped me find the nerve to leave. This will probably be my only update on Reddit, but if anything else exciting happens, maybe I'll come back to this throwaway account and let you all know.